Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Today I'm going to do a product review and I'm going to review two products. The first is this DeWalt half-inch drive impact driver. It is model DCF900, half-inch drive, 20-volt battery. So that's what I'll be reviewing. And also I purchased a set of these sockets for an impact tool that are specifically for lug nuts on vehicles. Now the first set that I purchased I got from Amazon, and I returned it because it didn't have all the sizes that I need. As an example, this one goes up, the largest size is 1 1/16, and that's what it takes to fit the lug nuts on my truck. The first set that I got from Amazon did not go up that large. It had all the smaller sizes that I needed, but not the larger size that would fit my truck. And I certainly didn't want a set that I couldn't change the tires on my truck with it. So that's why I purchased another set. I actually found these locally at an auto parts dealer. The brand name is Tekton. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Tekton. It goes from 3/4 of an inch to 1 1/16. It also says 17 to 22 millimeter, and they are impact rated. So that's the sockets that I purchased to keep with this tool for changing tires. Now, just to give you an example, you can't just put this on here. You have to have the extension, and it comes with an extension. Now, one thing that I found, and I've seen this in other places too, and with some vehicles, like my truck for example, the lug nut bolts are so long that that doesn't reach the nut. So right now, if I put this thing in reverse, let's see, that's reverse. I can't take the lug nuts off. That's another problem. The way I've found to fix that is I pull the socket off and I put it in, but not all the way. Then the socket will reach the lug nut. Well, let me get it back on there. And I get the lug nut off. I didn't get it quite all the way, but just about. Once you get it loosened up, you can generally push the socket on all the way, and it'll come off. And there's my lug nut. Now, to put it back on, this thing's got 3 power settings. I'll show you a close-up of this. There's a mode selector right there, right under here. I'll show you this up close in a minute. It'll be up in the corner. And you can select full power or 1, 2, and 3. Now, I'm going to have to look at the manual to tell you this because I can't remember right off the top of my head. But as far as the torque that is applied, the first setting gives you up to 100 foot-pounds of torque. So you can't tighten something more than 100 foot-pounds if it's on setting 1. The medium setting or 2 goes up to 600 foot-pounds. That's way more than you need for any vehicle as far as I know. And the third mode goes up to 1,030 foot-pounds of torque. I would warn you not to torque something, especially lug nuts on a trailer or a vehicle that high. Because I know of one person in particular. He's a YouTuber. I like his channel. He didn't know about over tightening his lug nuts, and he had one of these tools. He tightened his lug nuts too tight, and at one point he was going down the road, and every lug nut bolt literally broke, and he lost one of his tires off his camper trailer going down the road because he had over tightened them so tight. So that's something you have to be careful about. Don't over tighten stuff. But here again, setting 1 goes up to 100 foot-pounds. That's as much as I will need for any trailers. But if you had some heavy-duty item, like if I was working on my tractor, on a box blade or something, you might want something tighter than that, and this tool is capable of that. But anyway, to put this back on, under here there's a switch, just like most of your DeWalt drills, goes back and forth. The switch between forward and reverse. I just switch it to forward, and I can put this back on. And the trigger is variable speed. And the different settings, like settings 2 and 3, each one goes a little bit faster. And then there's one setting that's full torque, I think. But anyway, to tighten the thing up, I have to put the socket on most of the way, but not all the way. I can put it back on there. And now that lug nut is tightened to about 100 foot-pounds. Now, just to check it, I'm going to get my torque wrench out and we're going to see where it's at. Now for starters, I set my torque wrench at 90 psi. We'll see if it moves any up to 90. Okay, it didn't get any tighter with the torque wrench set at 90. Now I'm going to go to 100. Let's see, make sure I get this thing right. Okay, there's 100. Okay, the lug nut still didn't tighten anymore, so I'm going to run it on up some. All right, there's 110. We'll see if the lug nut tightens up any more with the torque wrench set at 110. I'm not sure it did, so I'm going to go to 120. Okay, set there at 120, it did move some. So it's pretty accurate on the foot-pounds of torque it's putting on things. So anyway, that's my review. I've used this thing numerous times on my truck and my camper already, just rotating tires and things of that nature. I really like it. It's worked out well. Like I said, it's 20 volt, DeWalt. Part number or model number is DCF900. It's got 3 speeds. It's got forward, reverse. It's got a variable speed trigger. And it also has a light, which I haven't found particularly useful because I haven't done anything at night. But if I did do something at night, I'm sure that would be very useful as well. So anyway, that's my review of this DeWalt DCF900. And like I said, it's a 1/2-inch impact tool. So if you like my review, please click like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. It helps me a lot. And at this point, I'd just like to say thank you for visiting, and we hope you have a great day.